Good morning, Carew. It is the last day of July. The month of July has flown past. And I'm not sure how that happened. It's just been crazy. Um, haven't heard from you in a couple weeks. Um, I'm assuming you're planning on being here in about a week and a half. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got uh, this last week, I can't even remember anything that's happened now. I didn't sleep a lot last night. Kind of a crazy night. Not sleeping. But let's see. I was going to tell you about soccer. Watched the Galaxy game yesterday, and they beat Vancouver 4-0, which was cool. Fun to watch that. Oh, Bob Bradley's been fired, which I'm sure you know about. They replaced him with Jurgen Klinsmann, which is really interesting. I actually like Klinsmann a lot. And I'd, I'm actually glad that I think it's the right move. I really like Bob Bradley actually as well, but I think hiring a coach for a national team on for a second 4-year stint is kind of a tough sell. It's a tough thing to do. I think it's tough to be successful in that role because so much of it relies on um, kind of motivation, and you're with players for such short amounts of time over a long period. So you have to keep the relationship a little fresh, I think, in order. But at the same time, you don't want to fire a coach just to have change. You need to know where you're going and why you're moving. And I think Klinsmann has a clear vision for moving forward. Whether or not it's going to work, who knows? But I'm kind of excited about that. I hope Bradley does well. I think he deserves more credit than he got. Um, you were swimming this weekend, I think. I'm not sure. Um, I was sick. I talked to you when I was sick. I'm feeling better now. I still have a sore throat that's kind of been coming and going, but I've been playing soccer this last week, preparing. Actually, I've got some of the kids who are going to play in Blues Cup next weekend. Hopefully, they'll all be there this week, except for Evan. Um, and let's see, Bryn is here. Eleanor's been here all week. Tomorrow's Bryn's 20th birthday. I have a 20-year-old daughter. That's crazy. So we had dinner last night with Sarah's parents. I took takeout. Um, yeah, there's some stuff I should talk to you about, but I don't want to do it in a public video. But maybe I'll make a private one after this. Work's been pretty good. Been keeping busy. We did our retreat on um, Tuesday, and we took a jet boat up to Hanford Reach, which is the only wild stretch of the Columbia River in the United States, and it was really incredible. It was it was fascinating. There were a couple things. Well, first of all, from a tribal perspective, from the perspective of the tribe and the tribal history, it was interesting to hear about what they're doing and the place names up there. Well, actually, I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know about that area because I've been working on the place names atlas. But lots of people who went thought it was really cool and enjoyed it, which was cool. I was glad that they had fun. But I also learned I had no idea about the nuclear reservation up there, how many reactors they had, and how huge those reactors were, and how much they were taking huge amounts of water, volumes of water out of the Columbia River to cool the reactors, and then dumping them back in the river, um, which is crazy. And they've mothballed or cocooned most of those reactors. I think they were like around 10 reactors. I can't remember the exact number, but I think it was around 10, a little bit more than 10. and each one of these things was huge, and they had them just kind of spread out along the river so that they could all take water out of the river to cool themselves down. Um, so it was interesting seeing that. Also, the wildlife was really interesting. That there were deer all over the place. And I don't think I've ever seen so many deer kind of in one place together. It was kind of like being on a safari or something, where you see all this wildlife kind of standing around looking at you. And we saw a coyote and some various other birds, but it was cool. Um, yeah, so that was nice. Like I said, I've been playing soccer. Uh, I've been buying gear for Pendleton Youth Soccer Association, over $5,000 worth of equipment. I think I may have told you that. And going through that process, and over the next couple weeks, so we're gonna have soccer practices every night this week. Thursday or Friday night, we'll go up to Pullman for the tournament, which is Saturday and Sunday. Come home Sunday, um, and Monday, most of the new gear should be here, and I need to put together all the gear bags then, so that we'll be able to hand out gear to coaches. I think you're due to get here Tuesday. Is that right? The 9th. And then I was planning on taking the rest of that week off to hang out with you, wherever we end up going. At which point we'll end up at some point in um, Pullman, and then I'll go with somebody to my parents' 50th anniversary weekend, and then we'll be back Monday the 15th. We'll head back into town, and I think the evening of the 15th is the equipment handout for soccer, so that's why I have to have that ready the week before, because I'm planning on being gone. In the meantime, through all this at work, we're putting together our work plans and budgets for next year, and they're all due, plus our semi-annual reports to the Board of Trustees. So I've got all of that stuff to do at work in the next 2 weeks as well. And the 17th, so we get back in town the 15th. The 17th, the morning of the 17th, Sarah takes the kids to Minot, or takes Gareth and Taryn anyway. Brittany Crew will still be here. I'm supposedly going to play music at the farmers market in Freewater on the evening of the 17th. And then the following weekend, I believe it's the following weekend, maybe it's the weekend after that, Brittany and Carew go back to school. And I think Carew goes up earlier than Bryn, but I'm not clear on that. So yeah, it's weird because July feels like I blinked and it's gone, from the time we left for camp till now. It's been crazy. And then obviously end of August, start coaching Taryn's soccer team. Oh, and I'm supposed to help line fields someplace in there as well. Although I don't think I'm in charge of that this year, which is really nice. And then October is when the NACIS meeting in Madison is, and I'm planning on hopefully coming and spending close to a week with you. I guess we can talk about that when you're out here. But I was thinking about coming in the weekend before NACIS, and then driving over to Madison. I could rent a car if I have to or whatever. But there's a geography department at Madison La Crosse, or University of Wisconsin La Crosse, and I talked to a professor there who I met at the AAGs, and she was interested in having me come give a talk when I'm there. So I was going to do that. I have to contact her. This is sometime mid-October. So I was thinking I could come stay with you, and I was wondering if I could bring my guitar and I could play some music, maybe do a little show in your coffee shop. I don't know, maybe not. Also, I got an email last night from the guy who I played at the farmer's market last time, and he played up at the Walla Walla farmer's market where they paid him more money. and he asked me if I'd be willing to go up and play with him up there again in the future. So if that opportunity comes up, I'm going to do that as well. So kind of cool. There was an open mic on Thursday night that I went to, and I was the only one there at the time. Apparently, some other people showed up later, but it was supposed to start at 7:30, and I got there, and like I'd been playing soccer, and I like came home and took a shower, made a sandwich, and ran over there, and I was the only one there with the organizers, and so we waited till a little after 8, and then I came home, which ended up actually being kind of nice because I got to go for a walk with Sarah. Um, yeah. Also, Friday, actually, it was kind of cool. Friday, I around 9:30 in the morning, Scott O'Daniel came into my office and said, "Hey, I got to go out in the field today. Do you want to come out with me? I need some company. It'd be helpful." And I didn't have anything deliverables due right then, so I went ahead and went with him. And it was really fun. I took a bunch of pictures, and maybe I'll put some up on Picasa. Uh-oh. Here's the sick people. It's Bryn and Eleanor. Apparently Eleanor was sick all night. Is that true, Eleanor?
We've been up since 1:30.
I heard. I didn't go to bed till 2.
Uh-huh.
So I heard somebody in the bathroom right before I went to bed. And then Mom said that Eleanor's been sick. So, you okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a video for Peru, so now it's going to be public knowledge that you were sick last night. Everybody in the world who
All the
five views that this video will get will be aware that you were sick last night. So Bryn's friend Eleanor is here, and are you leaving today, Eleanor? Is that
in like 40 minutes.
In 40 minutes, are you gonna be all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling better now.
Riding a bus, you're not gonna puke on the bus.
No.
Okay.
I'm not sure
You're not gonna blow chunks on the bus.
Oh.
Not gonna Technicolor yawn on your seatmate. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video, so hopefully I'll hear from you soon. Till then, still dead.